Hi everyone, welcome to my training Empower, Remove, Elevate, 3 principles to raise your business and your life. Through this training you will have a trustworthy and capable team that takes care of the daily issues of turning the fires down and to get many important tasks done so that you focus your time and your energy in the most important people in your life and on making your business grow. So I prepared this short lesson so that you know what this program is about. Let me share a personal story. 4 years ago, I was managing a team. I had such a high workload because I had so many responsibilities on me that I went very sick. What caused all that? The pressure at work didn't allow me to sleep well. It was then that I realized that if I didn't do some changes very soon, my health would go every time worse. So I decided to do some changes in my work team. I let go some of the team members that, rather than helping me and bringing me solutions, were constantly gossiping and starting negative rumors about me and about some other people in the staff. I brought in some new team members and I spent some time with them, explaining them their responsibilities, and I gave them freedom to solve problems in their own level. When I did that, my workload decreased very much because most of the problems were solved by other people. Through these and other experiences, I learned some important leadership principles, and I will share some of them with you today. Number 1, I learned to delegate. It was always hard for me to delegate. It was hard for me to trust other people because I thought that no one would do things as well as I did. And I feared that if I delegated important tasks to someone else, that person was just going to mess everything up and I was going to pay the consequences of that. I learned that if I had an everything passed through me attitude, I would have a higher workload that I could handle and my health was going to suffer the consequences. So the key for me was to bring in capable and trustworthy people on whom I could delegate important tasks without being worried if they were going to do things or not, and to spend some time with them explaining what I expected from them. We'll speak about this a little bit later in this training. So I learned that I had to trust people and give them freedom to solve the daily issues so that I could focus my time and my energy in the most important people and in the most important things in my life. I also learned to get rid of the rotten apples. Let me share a personal story. There was a young man that I had in my team. He was very capable, but with time, he started showing a very negative attitude. I called him twice to my office and explained to him what he was doing. I told him he needed to take care of some financial responsibilities and that he needed to set the example because he was being very lazy in his work. I told him that I trusted him and that I knew that he was capable of doing a great job. He said he was going to do the things that I asked from him, but very soon after, he started behaving in the same way again. I then realized that he was not interested and I had to replace him. At that time, there was another young man that was recently a part of our team. He had come just a few weeks before, but he was doing an excellent job and he was showing that he was committed. So I had him to replace the other guy. And he just did an outstanding job. I was gladly impressed to see that just replacing this single person had a huge impact on the team's performance. Everyone was more committed and we then started to have much better results. I learned that if someone doesn't want to do things and is not committed, I have to bring in someone that wants to do things and who is committed. I learned that I had to develop a capable team. I could not just assume that people knew everything that I needed them to know. I had to spend some time explaining to them, doing things together so that they knew exactly what I expected from them. I remember when I was training a new sales executive in the company. He had no experience in real estate, but he had a great attitude. So I spent some time with him, teaching him how to answer calls, and then I had him do it a couple times, gave him some positive feedback, and then told him some things that he could improve. Then I took him to the field to show some properties. I showed him how to do it and he was there just observing. And then he did it a couple times and I was there just observing, and then I gave him some feedback. So we were together throughout the process. And then I just gave him freedom to go out and take care of our clients. He did it really well. Although he made a couple mistakes, which is normal, in general he did a very good job. And when I left the company, he was ready to replace me. How many times have you been working until late at night or in the weekends and your kids come and tell you, "Dad, we almost don't see you"? Our kids need us around while they are at home because they grow up so fast that before we get aware of it, they will go away. And we will not have any other chance to play with them, to be with them, to listen to them. And our spouse also need us to show that we care, to go on a date, or simply to just enjoy time together. And we need the best of ourselves, the best of our energy to develop new products, new strategies that allow our business to grow. The only way to do that is to develop a capable and trustworthy team on whom we can delegate the daily issues that consume our energy. This will allow you to focus your time and your energy in the most important people and in the most important tasks of your life and on making your business grow. If you want to learn more, click in the More Information button or in the link below.